Namaste, Namaskaram, Vanakkam, Namo Namaha. Visit our website at classicalyoga.org. Going back through some old material, we found a cassette from 40 years ago explaining NAMASIVAYA. So enjoy. Please excuse the scratchiness. Remember, it is a cassette recording. And also, please excuse the terms God and Lord, which on hindsight are really not applicable to the Hindu yoga dharma. So this cassette starts out with explaining the Gayatri Mantra and then NAMASIVAYA. And in Gayatri, it's actually much better to use the term creation instead of creator. So we have to remember that in Hinduism, one may have their Ishtadevata, their chosen deity, and that becomes their all in all. But a mature Hindu does not look at that as the creator, the one and only creator that created all things. That is just really a fundamentalist viewpoint. So enjoy.
Now there is another very famous ancient chant, the Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhur Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachodayate. O divine beings of all three worlds, let us contemplate the resplendent form of our divine Creator, the primal one, who, like the radiant sun, has the power to burn away all ignorance. May it grant us its grace and guide our intellects. Aham bhurabhuva svaha tat savitu varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhyo yona prachodayate. Now, to understand Gayatri Mantra, we must first know a little about the three worlds spoken of. The first world is this world of phenomena that we see all around us, that we can touch, taste, hear, the solid conscious world. The second world is the mental realm of thoughts and ideas. And the third world, within the other two worlds, is the spiritual realm. Scientists would term these three worlds, the first world being the phenomenal world, the second world is the atomic realm, the third world within that is the subatomic realm. So these three worlds are operating simultaneously. And it is not difficult to understand other worlds of existence. For example, outer space is another world. There are different laws governing that world. There is no gravity, for example, no air to breathe. The undersea world is also another world within this world, with different laws, different creatures living in that world. Now, as we go through the three worlds, This is the process of spiritual awakening. We go from the first world into the second world of mental images. Sometimes on the dream plane, we are in the second world, or the astral plane. And on into the deeper third world. In the Sanskrit, the first world is the Bhu-loka. Second world is Bhuva. Third world is Svaha. Thus, Om Bhur Bhuva Svaha. It's an inner process of going from the first to the second, deep into your spiritual essence in the third world. Tat is that, truth. Savitur, the creator. Varenyam, fit to be worshipped. The creator, the creation is fit to be worshipped. Bhargo, to remove. Remove the excess baggage, the ignorance, the anava, the karma, the maya, the primal ignorance, the law of cause and effect, the illusion. Dhevasya is the shining light. Dhimahi is to meditate. Therefore, we remove the excess baggage in our life by meditating Dhimahi on the light. Dhevasya. Dhyo is the intellect. Dhyo na, who now, prachorayata, enlightens. So therefore, when we meditate on that light, worship that creator, our intellect is now enlightened. Learn the meaning of each word of Gayatri Mantra, and it will give you a great understanding of your life, of your spiritual quest. Om Bhur Bhuva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachorayate. Om Bhur Bhuva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachorayate. Om Bhur Bhuva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yona Prachorayate. Now the very descriptive Sanskrit word, Satchidananda, describes to us our essential being, in that we are a being of truth, light, and bliss. Sat, Chid, Ananda. Sat, truth. Chid, light. Ananda, bliss. happiness, joy. Sat, we could also look at as pure energy. Sat, Chid, Ananda. Pure energy, truth, light, and bliss. This is actually similar to Einstein's famous equation, E equals mc squared. Energy, matter, light. Energy, light. And because we're talking now about a human body with emotions, we add the divine emotion of bliss. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Imprint this fact into your conscious mind, into your subconscious mind. The fact that we are essentially truth, light, and bliss. Pure energy, pure light, pure bliss. Satchitananda. Now there is another very well-known, very famous mantra, the famous Panchakshara mantra, the 5 sacred syllables, Na, Ma, Shi, Va, Ya, NAMASIVAYA. Of course, in India, the word Shiva is often used for God. Shiva meaning auspicious. Simply that this something, sometimes called God, in this case called Shiva, is just auspicious, so great, awesome. Now, even the word Shiva can be pronounced differently. In the South, for example, it is Siva. So either Shiva or Siva is correct. Now, to fully understand this great Panchakshara mantra, the 5 sacred syllables, NAMASIVAYA, we must first understand the popular, beautiful image of Lord Shiva as Nataraja, the divine dancer, the king of dance. If we look at this beautiful image, we see Lord Shiva dancing. And in his right hand, he's holding a drum, the damaru. It symbolizes the beat of creation. Dum, 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 dum. Your own heartbeat. The beat of life. Creation. And in Lord Shiva's left hand, he holds a ball of fire, representing destruction. And in Lord Shiva's other right hand, he holds it up in Abhya Mudra, or the gesture, have no fear. Everything is all right. the gesture of preservation. Therefore, this is very descriptive of the creative process of the Creator, in that 3 acts go on simultaneously: creation, preservation, destruction. Even now, your body is being created, it is growing. Simultaneously, it's being destroyed as you're working towards your death. And yet, it seems to be going on at a constant state in preservation. You don't notice the change. So these 3 divine acts go on all the time, simultaneously: creation, preservation, and destruction. Now, if you'll notice, Lord Shiva is standing on a little person. Now, that is you and me when we are in our ignorant Kivala state, when we just do not believe in God. We are so caught up in our own life, our own activities, that we just don't know about this spiritual life. But even in our not knowing, the Lord is with us, standing on us, waiting for us to grow and mature. Therefore, the little being has his head, her head, finally turned up, looking at Lord Shiva's upraised foot. The beautiful, graceful foot of the Lord's revealing grace. As we now turn around our life and begin a spiritual quest. All of our previous actions, our unbelief, all of our confusions, strivings, were a very necessary part of this process. This was the Lord's concealing grace. And now our life has turned around as the Lord lifts his foot, her foot, and we begin to see the way. As Lord Shiva's hand points to the upraised foot, this is the way. Think of me. Pursue your spiritual disciplines. This is the path to realization. And often in our struggles, in our inner search, we simply ask why. Why all of this? Why the good, the bad, the joy, the sorrow, the pains and sufferings, the ups and downs? This beautiful image of Nataraja explains to us that ultimately it is the Lord's dance. The Maya of life, the illusion of life. Yet, while we are going through it, it is very real. And therefore we can fight it, decide not to dance, or we can join in. Take our lumps, take the ups and the downs, and try always to learn from each experience. Thus, dancing with life. Of course, it's not always easy, but we enjoy the dance. Sometimes things get very feverish, very heated, as we are immersed in this dance anyway. The heat is represented by the ring of fire. It takes your own inner fire to get you going. There will be emotional ups and downs. There will be anger at times. All of this gets you to light your inner fire, to realize if you look in Lord Shiva's outstretched hair, you'll notice a little being in there, half man or woman and half fish. This, of course, represents the scientific fact that we actually came from the bottom of the sea as we evolved over eons of time. And we can also look at Lord Shiva's hair as a great net in which all of us, whether we like it or not, whether we realize it or not, are caught. Therefore, God is always with us. As I often ask the children, do you think God can do everything? Oh yes, is the reply. No, there's one thing that God cannot do. God cannot separate himself, herself, itself from you. This is the realization brought to life by the beautiful image of Shiva Nataraja, the divine dancer, the king of dance. Now, with this understanding, we can fully understand the Panchakshara mantra, NAMASIVAYA. Na is the Lord's concealing grace, that foot resting on us as we go through our life experiencing joy and sorrow. Ma are the malas, the chains that keep us bound in the world of illusion. Illusions of our own making. Specifically, the three malas of anava, karma, and maya, the primal ignorance, the cause and effect that we continually create, and the maya, the illusion that we have immersed ourselves in. We could also look at the three malas represented by the three stripes that we see on the seated image of Shiva as Yogiraj, the three stripes of Vibhuti, the ash that burns up, the three gross qualities, these three malas of anava, karma, maya, and greed, anger, and lust, known as the triple filth. Greed, burn it up. Anger, burn it up. Lust, burn it up. She, of course, stands for Shiva. Va is the Lord's revealing grace, the upraised foot. That point in our life, when we begin to turn around and see life from the inside out, from a spiritual perspective. Ya, the fifth and final syllable, is you, the soul, your essential being. Thus, we have the Lord right in the middle. Na, ma, shi, va, ya. This is a powerful mantra to keep you confident and balanced in the world. Na, ma, shi, va, ya. Putting the Lord at the center of all your activities, coming out of na and ma, the concealing grace and the three balas, being born again into va, revealing grace, ya, realizing your essential being. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Na, ma, si, va, ya. Na, ma, shi, va, ya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. When you join in this great chant, Maha Mantra, you are tuning in to all of those around the world that are also chanting this powerful mantra. You tune into their vibration. Somewhere around the world, there are people this moment chanting Na, Ma, Shi, Va, Ya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Now we can rearrange the order of these 5 syllables. Shi, Va, Ya, Na, Ma. Si, Va, Ya, Na, Ma. Now we have put you, Ya, at the center, the soul. This is for you in your personal meditations, to go deep within the core of your being, to your soul body. Si, Va, Ya, Na, Ma. Si, Va, Ya, Na, Ma. Shi, Va, Ya, Na, Ma. Shivaya Nama, Shivaya Nama, Shivaya Nama. And after your meditation, when you're out in the world, you once again put the Lord at the center to make you confident, powerful in the world. And repeat, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Sivaya ho, Sivaya ho, Sivaya